Over.
You feel with his slinging action, he is to get the timing slightly wrong, the line will go leg side. And you don't want to do to someone like Klaassen is give him freebie force. That is a freebie. Angle down the leg side, wide of the crease. Klaassen just needs to get a tiny bit of a
Oh, that's flipped away, and that's flipped away for 6. What a fine shot that is. So there's 10 off the first 2.
Yeah, that's when you give the first ball a freebie down the leg side that gets tickled, and then you get an amazing shot like that. It's just whipped over deep square leg. You're under big pressure, bowling at one of the best 6 hitters in the world. And a misjudgment in the crowd. That was an opportunity.
Before this over, he'd faced him 17 balls and had got him out twice. Klaassen dismissed him twice, but now he's got 10 off the first 2. Trying to make amends. He's in tune with his batting today, Heinrich Klaassen. Race to 25. 15 balls, 2 sixes and a 4. This partnership is very healthy. Exactly what the Durban's Super Giants need. 41 unfinished at this stage off 29, so really good tempo between both of them. Eleven runs off half the over. Make it 12. We'll have to re-bowl that one.
Yeah, that's the difficulty with left-right-hand combinations with the batters. You have to keep changing your line, and Rhinos, this is action. It's very slingy, quite unorthodox. He has to get his timing spot on to get it in the right area. He would swing the ball back into the left-hander with that action with a brand new ball.
Changed the pace that time. Took the pace off that to Quinton de Kock. He likes using the pace all the time, Quinton. Not going to surprise a lot of people to know that all these slingers from Sri Lanka are under the tutorage of Malinga.
Yeah, I would have seen Malinga's success growing up and wanted to copy that action and be a part of that. Malinga in T20 cricket particularly, and 50-over cricket had great success. Hat-tricks and trophies, bringing the stumps into play, so why wouldn't you want to copy something like that?
Pulled out of the slots, still it over the top, and he's picked up a boundary. Big over there, 17 from it. Still 1 ball to go.
Yeah, Captain Faf du Plessis' reaction at mid-off said everything. He was devastated when that didn't go to hand. It was just to Mtaches left, but off the top edge. Just went too quick and too high.
Oh, yep, another one, another wide called. Now, this is a very long over. Couple of wides, 1 6, 2 4s, 18 in total from it. This might be exactly what they need. Oh, he's got bat on that, has he? He might. There was certainly a noise which sounded like bats. Klaassen's not going anywhere. He's just standing there. What is Johnny Bairstow saying? They're having a look upstairs. Yep, there they go.
Definitely there was noise.
TV umpire to director, I have a review for court behind. The original decision is not out. I've checked the feet. It's a fair delivery. Can I have your front on, please? Front on coming up. Okay, can I please have Ultra Edge to see bat or no bat, please? Okay, can you take it back a frame and freeze it? There we go, one forward, one more. I have a clear spike when the ball is next to the bat. No gap between bat and ball. Abdullah, I'm going to ask you to reverse your decision. Stand by, signal now.
That is massive. That is a huge wicket. Klaasen, he gave a little bit of a sneaky look towards the umpire at one stage there when they were looking to review it. Obviously knew he got a bit of bat involved, and he's on his way, but that is a huge dismissal. Goes for 29, Klaasen. Now 99 for 5, end of that partnership.
Yeah, big credit to Johnny Bairstow, the wicketkeeper there, diving down the leg side. And also convincing Faf du Plessis to refer it. There was a tiny little noise off the stump mic, and that's all it had gone by. And what a huge wicket that is. That brings Chris Wokes to the crease. Very handy batter. Someone capable of building a partnership with Quinton de Kock. 165 games, very experienced, best of 57 not out.
Good player, Chris Wokes, with a job to do here. 71-48, 5 wickets in hand. De Kock still there, strong on 30.
Oh, yeah.
Ferreira's been terrific. Just started his last over, he's got 2 for 11.
Come on, hold us now. Yours.
Yeah, Ferreira's roster is overs. He's bowled a variation of little swingers and off spinners, giving the batters no time to think in between the deliveries. It brings the 100 up, that single for DSG, 100 for 5. They still need 70 off just 46 balls to win. Required run rate at just over 9.
Looking to advance. So he's off the mark. Wokes getting de Kock back on strike, which is the right thing to do at the moment.
Yeah, he's spot on, Hazy. That's got to be Chris Wokes' job. Let Quinton de Kock face as many balls as possible. He's got to be the match winner.
Oh, there's a shout, and there's a finger as well. He's got another one. De Kock straight away went upstairs, and a shake of his head as well.
TV umpire to director, I have a review for caught behind. The original decision is out. I've checked the feet, it's a fair delivery. Can I have front on spin vision, please? Front on coming up. Okay, balls are close to bat. Can I have Ultra Edge, please? Ultra Edge coming up. Gap between bat and ball. Gap between bat and ball. Run it through to the gloves. Clear gap between bat and ball. Brad, I'm going to ask you to overturn your decision. To not out, stand by.
Big roar from the crowd.
Signal now.
They're happy that de Kock is not out, the local crowd.
Yeah, I think you could just tell from the appeal. Yeah, I think you could just tell from the appeal. From Ferreira, Bairstow, they weren't convinced, and de Kock straight away referred it.
2 balls left in his spell. Giving nothing away, Donovan Ferreira. This is top bowling. Got some runs as well.
Yeah, DSG probably wouldn't have seen him as the major threat coming into the innings. They'd have been looking at Tahir, Katzir, Visa. Shamsi. Ferreira's been superb. Can he finish it off well? 1 ball to go in this spell, 2 for 14.
He's got that away. Sweeper in possession. It's the end of that spell. Brilliant. 2 for 16, 103 for 5. Let's take a look at our ABSA card play of the day, where you can win up to 100,000 Rand every match. Register the ABSA card zone.
I'm joined by ABSA card winner for today's Sagrin. Congratulations. How much did you win, and what are you going to do with the money?
20,000, and I'm going to buy more tickets for the SA20.
What do you love about coming out to support DSG here at Kingsmead?
The atmosphere and the vibe here, it's amazing.
Right, now we're in the business end of this. Full moon, anything can happen. Where's KP? Full moon, got to keep an eye on him in these sort of situations. 103 for 5, Tahir back into the attack. 1 for 19 off 2 overs. Likes bowling sliders and wrong ones, in particular at this stage of an innings. That's a slider first up. Top stuff from Ferreira, 215. That's his best performance in the SA20.
Yeah, the rate is still below 10 and over, and I think DSG will be quite comfortable with that. As soon as it sneaks above 10, that's when you start questioning yourself, and your brain can just rush and you make a rash decision. But if you can keep it at under 10s for the next 2 or 3 overs.
Prize of catch-its in the crowd. No one caught it.
It's clever batting. Experience against Tahir, knowing he's going to try and push the ball through. Maybe the googly going across Quinton de Kock, who just gives himself a touch of room. Watch that back foot just back away slightly. Aiming over long off and gets it really cleanly.
7 off 2. There's another wrong one, pitching around about leg stump, backing up a long way. Oh, direct hit would have been long gone. And the captain knows it.
I actually think he went to throw it over the top of the stumps. Looked up and Imran Tahir wasn't there. Normally at a run-out chance like that, he was approaching the stumps and then backed off to back up the ball, but Faf du Plessis, as he was rushing towards the ball, looked down, threw it at the top of the stumps and was in disbelief when Tahir wasn't there.
Same stage, JSK were 107 for 4, 111 for 5 versus 107. 1 wicket in it. This is going to be a really tight finish.
Catch that.
Sarongan eased onto the onside.
And it's these sort of times you start looking at those final 2 balls.
Come on, boys.
The last innings that went for 6. What a momentum shift and change to the scoreboard that makes. Those 12 runs at the moment feels a lot.
Sure does. There's no doubt de Kock is key. Goes to 40 now with that single. 113 for 5 now. Another DP World dispatch. Shamsi got smashed by Heinrich Klaassen over the stand, and that was dispatched. That was a smart option from Klaassen.
Yeah, really smart hitting with the wind and clearing the stand and out the ground. Looking at that scorecard, Quinton de Kock 40 not out of 33 holds the key. Chris Woakes can hang around and build a partnership with him, but the result of this game relies on the wicket of Quinton de Kock. Got a feeling in his mind he's got someone he's looking to target. There's a bowler that'll be looking to take for 16, 20 and over to really get this scoreboard moving. He was careful against Imran Tahir.
Shamsi's first went for 11. He's hit that one. And that's gone for 6. Is it a catch? No, it's not a Betway catch, 2 million. It's got to be a clean one-handed catch. The boys can't believe it.
Yeah, this could be the over he goes for. The left-hander heading to the leg side with the wind, the shorter boundary. Shamsi will know that, he'll want to bowl. The ball spinning away from Quinton de Kock, but that one, didn't matter which way it turned, it went into the stands and offered a chance. A chance to 3 hands.
Easy, Don.
Gave that a bit of a rip.
Yeah, it's good bowling. You can tell that Quinton de Kock's looking for that slog sweep again. So he's gone slower and wider. The leg spinner spinning away. If you go for the slog sweep, for that you bring the risk of it going straight up in the air. So it is clever bowling after being hit for 6 first ball. And now he'll want Chris Woakes on strike. He'll want to keep him on strike. A dot ball. Expect a googly here. Hoping for a defence to extra cover or backward point.
Oh, it's a great delivery. That is a sensational delivery from Durban Shamsi at exactly the right time. These two spinners know how to celebrate, that's for sure.
Yeah, beauty of Jaffa. It was the googly spinning away from Chris Woakes. And he doesn't pick it. Well disguised, and does turn away from the blade and just catches the edge of that off stump and rightly celebrates. Big wicket, big partnership to break. Woakes goes for 4, 120 for 6.
That was high skill. Terrific bowling for Durban Shamsi. Well called too, Stuart Broad. You called that wrong and smacked that off stump quite hard in the end. Here comes the captain.
Yeah, here comes the captain with one simple job: get off strike. He can bat, Maharaj, but he can't bat as well as Quinton de Kock. So he'll need to get his star man facing as many balls as possible, but a best of 45. I think he'll be very happy getting his average right now. If he can get 16, he'll give his team a chance.
Yeah, 50, 32 balls, that's what they need, Durban's Super Giants. 2 balls left in this over, so it's a nice little head-to-head with a couple of spinners who know each other very well. They're quite good mates. In fact, very good mates, Durban Shamsi and Keshav Maharaj. De Kock's having a word to Bray Shamsi, the non-striker's end. 2 balls left in the 15th. No run there.
Good boys, come on. Come on, Shamo. Come on, Shamo. Come on, boys.
According to Brad White, and I think that is going to be out. They're probably going to send it upstairs. He was yelling at him. Quinton de Kock was yelling at him, saying, "You've got to take it, take it, take it, send it upstairs." He did eventually. He was on his way, he was walking.
TV umpire to director. I have an LBW review. Original decision is out. I've checked the feet. It's a fair delivery. Can I have front on, please? Front on coming up, gentlemen. Okay, can I have Aldridge, please? Okay, slow it down. Frame by frame, next frame. Yeah, I'm satisfied. It has made contact with the pad. Can we go to ball tracking when ready, please? Original decision out. Pitching outside off, impact in line, wickets hitting. Brad, I'm going to ask you to stay with your decision. Stand by, signal now.
2 wickets in 3 balls. That has changed things a little bit. So the skipper is on his way off. 120 for 7 now. Maharaj goes. And right now, it's time for a strategy break.
Two wickets falling in quick succession for Durban's Super Giants. Their hopes will now lie with Quinton de Kock. They'll have to hope one of these bowlers can stay there with him. But Shamsi, even though he goes for runs at times, he can change the game for you, Kevin Peterson.
Yeah, he's a wicket taker. Absolutely right. He doesn't mind going for a few. He loves the celebration. And he does pick up wickets. Not quite Imran Tahir, but appreciated by Imran Tahir. 7 for 120. Who would have thought? Not quite sure what to make of this wicket tonight, Polly.
Yeah, at the same time, Joburg Super Kings were 120. They were for 4, not 7. I think there's no doubt it's offering turn, and it's become almost modus operandi here at Kingsmead over the last 2 or 3 seasons with regards to they can produce these turning surfaces. And have a look at these two. Talk about variations and being able to land them in a similar place with as much control to be effective. That's exactly what Shamsi did in those 3 deliveries. Brilliant bowling, and now the onus shifts to Quinton de Kock. Can he do it on his own? Can he basically take that 47, add about another 30 or 40 himself, and then just get someone to stick around with him? He's shown in the last 2 overs he's hit a maximum and then knocked it around, and another maximum and knocked it around. So he's gone at the right rate, but can he do it for another 5 overs?
After all our discussion earlier about the surface, right, and guys saying sometimes under the lights it gets better, because I know that's what happens in the Caribbean. Went and looked, last 5 games, 4 of them have been won by the team batting first here in Durban. So clearly it's a preference, and it seems to get tougher. make sure you vote for your player of the match. Ferreira has got a great chance. Sir Brian is capable. He's got a first-class 100, so can do a job. There's opportunities to score. Mid-off comes in to try to save that single. Deep third goes back along with the deep point, and 3 deep on the leg side. What is the challenge, KP, when you're batting with a lower order batter, but also you know that you have to do the majority of the run scoring? It's still 50 to get.
It's really hard. You just hope that it's Sir Brian's evening. You just hope that he can contribute in some way, shape or form, because you can't do it by yourself. I just think when you're chasing, and I don't know how many players look at it. You look at 49 from 28 balls, maybe 21 runs to catch up. I mean, that's 5 boundaries. Can you hit 5 boundaries in 28 balls? When you start looking at the numbers like that, it actually takes pressure off you.
It's also a case of trying to build the confidence of the man the other end and make him believe that he can do a job as he comes back for the second, launches himself, should make that comfortably. At one stage I thought they'll just settle for one and keep Quinton on strike, but we will send it upstairs to have a look. I don't think there's any issues here.
TV umpire to director, I have a run-out review at the striker's end. Can I have your side on, please? Of the bat. Okay, can I have another angle, please? Have you had something from the other end? Is that bat on the ground, actually? Okay, go back a frame. Is it on the ground? And freeze it as the lights. Okay, go back as the lights. The bat is in the air, still in the air. It is not grounded yet. When the bails are taken off, I have a decision for the big screen.
He's out.
Yeah, it's not the kind of running as a youngster you want to copy. And he got a good dive in. He really showed full commitment, but he didn't have his bat down. Got to get the bat down. And that's going to disappoint Lance Klusner and all of his teammates. Yeah, it's not good running at all. It's turning into a bit of a shambles here now for Durban Super Giants. 135 is the bonus point. We saw Cape Town the other evening. They just couldn't do it against Paarl. But there's an opportunity here for Joburg to really get a go here. Subran goes for 1. It's 1-2-2 for 8.
How do you describe this, really? I mean, he's done all the hard work. He's got himself, and then he put in a good dive, and we thought, well, that's great. But only have put your bat a half a metre in when if you just dived and got it to ground as soon as possible.
At least to help my composure. Oh, you've been done.
Listen, there'll be a piece of that about the running, and a big piece is about Durban's Super Giants as well. Polly tries to tell everyone he's unbiased, but deep down inside, there's a big piece of that heart, a big chunk that is blue.
Not at all. I was just flabbergasted by the fact that he didn't put his bat down once he's half a metre in. Basics.
even more pressure now on Quinton de Kock. 2 away from a half century. It's not going to get easier either. Patirana still has 2. With his Yorkers, they could go pace of Kutsia. Shamsi could come back as well, given his last over.
Well, now it really is all on Quinton de Kock, and we have seen him do things so far. He's approaching a 50, but it's not about the 50 now. It's just about getting those runs. 46, he's got to get them by himself. Where does he get them? He has the license to go. Does Quinton de Kock? If he sees it, he's got to put it away. That he's going to get 1 from. 16 gone. It's 1, 2, 5 for 8.
Right, DP World Dispatch. The winner, that 6, he deserved it, really. It really was Dispatch. It disappeared. Smart planning equaling smart possibility. Always a good evening. The Surf City, 45 to get for Durban's Super Giants. This has become a fortress for them. They're strong at home, but in danger tonight.
Now, I think if you look at the strategy, obviously, Faf du Plessis is now thinking, okay, how do we either go for a single or clean up Quinton de Kock, get Noor Ahmed on strike? Now, that's not the way. Don't give him free runs and free deliveries. And then from Quinton de Kock's perspective, he's thinking, okay, I need 11 and over. It's exactly 11 and over I need. Is there one that I can hit out the ground and then just knock a few singles? Maybe take it down to the last over. He'll obviously also be earmarking certain individuals. If he had to maybe face Tahir or Shamsi, we've seen it tonight where he's managed to perform and pick up a maximum. And that's beautifully played, just guards it, that's in full control, and will bring up a 50 for Quinton de Kock.
A 5th essay 20-50 for Quinton de Kock, and 4th here at Kingsmead. He's grown a great affection to this venue. Job is far from finished though. This is a start.
Yeah, he's going to be dangerous here, Quinton de Kock, because he just has the license, and you give someone like this the absolute license to go for it. And when you're as good as Quinton de Kock, can be very, very dangerous. He's looking at 40 from 23 balls. Can he do that by himself? Absolutely. And that's why there's a conversation now between Faf du Plessis and his fast bowler. They know this job's not over until Quinton de Kock's gone.
Yeah, 5 off the first delivery. Just 1 delivery in the over gone. He's already got 5. If he can maybe pick up a 2 or hit another boundary. If he leaves it, if he manages to get it down to the last over and he needs 14 off it himself, he'll just stay on strike and back himself to hit a few out the ground. He wants to try and take it as deep.
Mid-off comes up, so he's got the feel for the wide Yorker now. Deep point, deep third, deep cover.
If you get the wide Yorker wrong, you go over extra cover or mid-off and there's no one back. And that's maybe why there's communication now. Straight away, a change of field. So the plan was, yes, wide Yorker. And then after Quinton tried to swap that one over mid-off or cover, old Faf du Plessis said, okay, let's turn this around. Let's get a man onto that offside. Now, we have seen Quinton de Kock over the years get across outside the stumps and look to feather it over fine leg. But I don't think he has to take that risk as yet. Still has enough time just to bat kind of normally.
There was a slight sound there, noise, but yeah, Patirana is saying I heard something. Faf says it's worth the look.
TV umpire to director, I have a review for caught behind. The original decision is not out. I've checked the feet. It's a fair delivery. Can I have front on spin vision, please? Front on. Okay, can I have ultra edge, please? To see bat or no bat, please. Okay, take a frame forward, clear gap between bat and ball. One more frame forward. Clear gap between bat and ball. I'm satisfied. There's no bat involved. Brad, stay with your original decision of not out. Stand by. Signal now.
Yeah, confirmation. So after the boundary, couple of dots. Field still remains the same. 4 deep on the offside with the one fielder deep backward square. So the line has to be outside off stump.
Yeah, there's pressure here. There's a lot of pressure on the team in yellow. They know that Quinton de Kock can do this. If I was you, I'd stay seated right there in your lounge, on your couch. This guy's a star. Quinton de Kock has done this all around the world. He can finish a game. He sets many a game up, and he's played some of the most beautiful innings for South Africa in the franchises that he's played. He can do this.
Just got to look back at the last game that took place here. They're just checking to see if it's a no ball, whether it's pitched on the not cut stuff. Just got to look at the last game where everyone thought it was done and dusted.
Exactly right. Absolutely. Watch too many of these games to call this game dead. Absolutely dead if de Kock goes, but if he doesn't, Durban can get up here.
I think it just carried to him. It was never going to be easy to judge Visa running in from that long off boundary. How big of a moment could this be?
Is it disappointment, or has he done himself a bit of a dirty? Probably winded himself a touch as he dived and launched himself. I think it did carry. He did the hard yards, as you say. He got in there really quickly. Managed to get underneath it. There's that angle of delivery from Paterana, which is so difficult to deal with, particularly from a right-hander. He actually set himself thinking he was going to get there comfortably, had to dive forward, and I suppose if you're brutally honest, he should take that, because he was able to settle himself and get both hands. How vital will that be?
Patirana's shown how hard it is to get under him if you're trying to hit him aerially. He's got overs of Visa, maybe Kutsia, and one of the spinners left. So can Noor survive these next two deliveries, and then they look to take on the remaining three? Patirana's still got another one. Noor wants to get a single, he can look leg side. Not a single soul is in the circle on the leg side.
.37 from 20. Only 11s are required. I'll tell you what, if there was one more batter left, Faf du Plessis would have really been panicking. The dugout, they won't be as happy as they could be. It's just that Quinton de Kock. He's the one guy. Everybody knows it. It's up to Noor Ahmed here just to keep these out. Paterana is a very good Yorker. He reverse swings it at the latter stages of the game. Just got to get some bat on it. Very good. Get Quinton de Kock on strike. Now I think it's de Kock's responsibility just to get back on strike. I don't think he should try and hit a 6 or a 4 here.
Also, these situations, you tend to look back and think, where's the valuable contribution? Could see last two deliveries, 6 off 2, that's 12. All of a sudden you need 24. That makes a massive difference. So that was a big moment, but nothing as big as what's going on here, and Quinton de Kock in charge.
Very smart using all of his experience, Quinton de Kock. 17 gone, 135 for 8.
Yeah, it's time for the switch hit moment. There's been a few of these really impressive shots today, but that one with all the pressure on the situation, the cock keeping his cool, winning our switch hit moment of the day. Make sure you head over to sa20.co.za/vote to get your vote in. It could be a close race. The Cock and Ferreira, the front runners. So Brian was good as well if they go on to win. Maharaj both to the lefties. Picked up a couple wickets. But everything on his shoulders. Kutsia, one of Patirana, and maybe Kutsia again for these next three.
As Sean Pollock said, Kutsia, he did some damage at the end. The last couple of deliveries of the Joburg's batting innings, he went 6-6. Now it's the time for him to bowl, and he's bowling to Quinton de Kock. Faf du Plessis spending a hell of a lot of time at the moment trying to pick the field, choose a field. He's swapping players from all over the place. He's got himself up at long on. Shamsi is at mid-off. There's a deep cow corner, a deep square leg, a deep fine leg. Is he going to bowl the short into the deck? Is it going to give up opportunity for Quinton de Kock to hit it onto the bank?
Big anticlimax. Didn't expect Quinton de Kock to go in that fashion, but Kutsia into the pitch, pace off. Works, and that could be the final nail.
Yeah, it was a field that South Africa used to good effect in the T20 World Cup, with both mid-off and mid-on up. So Quinton de Kock should have kind of known what was coming, but it was the off-pace delivery. It was banged in short. He might have been thinking it was going to be pace on and he could just guide it over the offside. It wasn't. It was rolling the fingers, pace off, and as he makes contact, you just heard him squeal. Quinton de Kock. Easy catch for Visa this time, and unfortunately the wonderful innings of 55 comes to an end, and so does it DSG's chances. 135 for 9.
Naveen Ul-Haq did some good work with ball in hand and his variations and going into the pitch, as we see working now for Kutsia and JSK.
135 is still a bonus point. One more run. Does Faf du Plessis know that? Is he going to bring his field up, or is it too risky on the game? He doesn't want a boundary.
People say, how valuable is that bonus point? Well, if we look at last edition, there was 2 teams that got through with 4 wins and a couple of bonus points. Just 4 wins out of 10. And they can prove to be mighty vital. So JSK will have played 2, won 2, so the only unbeaten team left in the tournament.
Hold on, Polly, are you saying that the Afghans can't get them home? Come on, you're already saying that they lost?
No, if they got the bonus point.
They can't get it now, but you saw today Pretoria Capitals got there in the last delivery of 16th over to register that bonus point. So other teams are winning and doing well, teams that didn't make the playoffs last year. Good option by Kutsia. And impressive as well when we think about the way that Joburg are constructed. Wait a minute, this could go all the way to the boundary. I told you, Sean Pollock, it's not over yet.
Johnny Bairstow, what was he doing? Faf du Plessis cannot believe that that's gone away through to the fence. He was the one who was looking to back up, I feel. Bairstow throws it, but doesn't hit anything, and then du Plessis has to give chase. We've got a little fiver.
Tell you what, the bowler is absolutely livid. Walking back, he was rubbing his head. I don't think I've ever seen anyone rub his head as hard as he was rubbing his head. Yep, no doubt that was going to be short. He wanted to burn Bairstow's hands. 1 for the over. 29 from 14 deliveries. So you reckon Nikhil there's a chance?
Come on, KP. The team was 160 without loss 4 days ago. 40 off 40 and lost. There's always a chance, and the Afghans have got the support of millions watching back home. I know whatever time it is, they'll be awake. Well negotiated, Naveen. Just biding his time, waiting for that big over. And they're not leaving. Not moving a muscle, all of them making sure. And also enjoying as well. Very well held, David Visa, and has a stare into the crowd. Game, set, match. A very clinical performance by the Joburg Super Kings, who go to 2 from 2 in this year's Betway SA20.
Yeah, very good touch there by David Visa. His catching skills have been put to the test over the last 10 deliveries. One he had to launch himself in. Then he took an easy one, and then obviously that one is maybe just misjudged a bit, but the catch in the end, just checking that there's not the second bumper, and that's not over shoulder height, so that's fine. That will be the conclusion of the match, and a comprehensive win here by Joburg Super Kings. It looked like it was in the balance, but they kept picking up wickets, and then they go to the top comfortably.
Yeah, it's a good finish. 1-4-1 is just not enough. They'll look back at that batting innings and they won't be happy with some of the dismissals. It's going to be given out. Not above the shoulders, not allowed to bowl 2 bumpers, and it's a very, very good catch. The wind assisted there. They say he dropped one at long on, which was a difficult chance. He then took a goodie, and that was a beauty. Happy in yellow. Very, very happy in yellow.
It's a very different surface to what they would be used to at the Wonders and what this team would be constructed for. So for Faf's team to get a win, a gutsy win, their batting brought great intensity in the middle overs. They rotated strike well and set themselves up at the back end for a big finish. And then with ball using the pitch, as well as their spin of Tahir and Shamsi and Donovan Ferreira, who was outstanding with his 2 for 15. Of course, made the playoffs last 2 seasons. They're looking good again, the Super Kings. They always are in the reckoning, wherever they are around the world. Alright, the Absa card catch of the match. Imran Tahir, when he took that catch, he made sure the celebration was worthwhile. 45 years old, the Absa card catch of the day. Your story does matter. Imran Tahir is a book that continues to be written. There he is. Class.
Yeah, it's always fun watching the players. And they know and they respect each other. The ones that have turned up this evening, given the best of themselves. Imran Tahir, he will be buzzing. Buzzing because of the catch. 141 is what Durban managed to get this evening, chasing not such a big total, I don't think. But when you've got a batting card that looks like that, unfortunately you're not going to get over the line. 17, 7, 55, 9, 0, 29, 4, 0, 1. Very frustrated, I think. Lance Klusener, Ravish Goban. Those are the partnerships, not too many partnerships. It's definitely not going to win new games.
Yeah, bowling-wise, Visa was good at the top of the order. Kutsia came back very strong to pick up those last 2 wickets. Tahir, an important wicket in his first over, once been introduced in the power play. Patarana wasn't at his best tonight, 1 for 34, but the key performer for me was Ferreira, 2 for 15, and then also Tabraiz Shamsi with his 2 for 18 in his 2 overs. Big wickets that he picked up and really knocked back the Durban's Super Giants.
Pick and pay, delivery of the day. Gem here, the quicker googly that is so deceptive against the right-hander.
We'll say it again, if you don't pick him, you'll pay.
Very well played, Sean Pollock. Now time for the moment of the game, the same wicket, because it was about the celebration after the delivery. He puts in some miles in those legs. Imran Tahir was a crucial wicket as well. The 2 power play overs he bowled, the pressure he created, and everyone loved the celebration, including the opposition. This is the Betway SA20. The Joburg Super Kings pick up their second win of the tournament. They're still undefeated in Season 3, and they'll be hoping to win their first title. After the break, we'll have the captains.